justice has been served. India's doctrine of tit-for-tat has been demonstrated. We took a hit, we are going to hit back. So I think in a big picture is that we've demonstrated that we are no longer going to take hits, sit back. We will seek out justice, we will deliver justice. This one is different in a sense, firstly, or in one sense, that it's since I think 1971 that we've struck deep inside Pakistan. That's the first thing. Secondly, multiple attacks, right? Multiple. The previous ones were targeted one or two, maybe kind of things. This one is a multi-location attack.
Do you think Pakistan Army and ISI will get the message this time?
I don't think they will get the message. Bottom line, I still think they will not. They will get the message perhaps when they're cornered, and it's a question of their survival. So we will hit Pakistan. Now, Mr. America, we suggest that you tell Pakistan that in response, it should not escalate.
You're watching the Times of India. It's been a rather long night for many of us. Indian military's Operation Sindoor has struck 9 terror camps in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Pakistan, of course, is vowing massive retaliation, and India's effort, of course, in this entire thing to hit or strike the heart of and dismantle Pakistan's terror infrastructure. I'm joined by foreign affairs expert Robinder Sachdeva. For more, Robinder, welcome to the show. Your big take on these strikes. India has been waiting for them for a long time. Your first response to Indian military's Operation Sindoor.
Thank you so much. A pleasure to be with you and your viewers. My first reaction, I think, overall would be that justice has been served and India's doctrine of tit-for-tat has been demonstrated. I think we've reached a point where we are clearly articulating to the world that we have a doctrine which is a tit-for-tat. You hit us, we hit back. And in this world of today, by the way, and let's say a world foreign affairs which are much influenced by Donald Trump, and of course Donald Trump himself and the Americans, they would understand this terminology, tit for tat. This is lingo which Trump understands very well. We took a hit, we are going to hit back. So I think in a big picture is that we've demonstrated that we are no longer going to take hits, sit back. We will seek out justice, we will deliver justice to our citizens, and it's a message to the world. It's firstly, I mean, it's a sense of closure in some senses for us in India, and also it's a message for the wider global audiences as well as in our regional neighborhood. Because flip side, if we had not taken some such action or delayed or diffused over time, a certain narrative would have gone down in our neighborhood also. Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Maldives, good friends, but they're all looking at this very closely. So it was necessary from that perspective also.
There was in 2016 after the Uri attack, there were the surgical strikes in. Then again after Pulwama, there was Balakot, and now after Pahalgam, there is Operation Sindoor. Do you see what similarity or dissimilarity do you see? There is obviously a consistency in India's doctrine of tit for tat now over the last almost decade. But how do you see this strike different from the others?
Very interesting. Yeah, there is a consistency, as you say, but it seems that our intensity of the tat has been growing, right, over the years with each such act. And now this one is different in a sense, firstly, or in one sense, that it's since I think 1971 that we've struck deep inside Pakistan. That's the first thing. And secondly, multiple attacks, right? Multiple. The previous ones were targeted one or two, maybe kind of things. This one is a multi-location attack. I think about half are in the POJK area and about half are 5 or 4 are in the mainland Pakistan, Punjab, and that too Punjab, which is the heart and the power center of the elite of Pakistan.
This military strike, combined with, of course, India's diplomatic offensive over the last 2 weeks, the stopping the river flow or closing its airspace and ports for Pakistan, do you think Pakistan Army and ISI will get the message this time? They've clearly not been getting the message that India has been sending.
Excuse me, great question. I don't think they will get the message. Bottom line, I still think they will not. They will get the message perhaps when they're cornered, when they're cornered, and it's a question of their survival. I think that will be the penalty mate moment in which they'll get the message. But then it may be too late to get the message by then in a big picture, right? But in the meanwhile, what would be happening, could be happening, should be happening is, I think, as you mentioned very well, that in the time period of a couple of weeks leading up to this attack strike of today, on the diplomatic front, India has been, of course, in touch with the world capitals. I think the narrative that we pushed, we should, I mean, I'm speculating, but estimating is that uh, America, especially, let's say with America, our doctrine is tit for tat. We've been hit, we have to hit back. There is no other option for us. There's too much pressure within us with this particular incident and bottled up of over the past several, habitual situations. So we are going to hit Pakistan in a maybe surgical limited manner. Only the terror infrastructure will not hit the state of Pakistan, the military, or their economic installations. So we will hit Pakistan. Now, Mr. America, we suggest that you tell Pakistan that in response, it should not escalate. Okay, that is the message we would have wanted America to convey to Pakistan. We do expect that Pakistan will retaliate. It has to save its own face, their own military elite or the army within its own people, as any nation would. So, sure, let there be retaliation, let them hit back, we will counter that. But it should not be a ladder which spirals upward. Rather, it should be a ladder which spirals down. Because in case the ladder spirals up, which is the situation we are thinking right now, up or down, in case the ladder spirals up, then we will also have to come and hit with a much harder hammer. Pakistan could end up in chaos. Its military could get, who knows, disintegrated or whatever. And its arsenal of nuclear weapons could fall into the hands of the non-state actors and extremist elements, which is not good for you, Mr. America. Because you see, a friend will come with you, but the friend has to also see what is the real pain for himself also. So you have to, I think, remind them that. And I think a similar message we should have at communicated to Saudis and the Arab Emirates, because these are the three power players who can influence and arm twist the Pakistani establishment. Keep aside China, we are not concerned with them. But if, or we are Saudis, Emirates, and especially Americans, this message has gone to the Pakistan establishment, I would guess. In any case,
Mm.
officially, all of these guys are saying that tension should be lowered. Fine.
Yeah,
But in,
de-escalate. Yeah,
yeah,
but China. But you said China. China is not a player in this scenario that can be taken lightly. Uh, they are likely to play a decisive role in whatever happens next.
certainly yes. And even not even going forward, let's say looking backward, I would be little or more than little surprised if China did not have advanced knowledge of this step by Pakistan or encouraged by Pakistan or enabled by Pakistan for a couple of reasons. One, you see, Pakistan, if it enables such a strike, it knows India will hit back very soon, and Pakistan suppose it escalates. It will very soon need ammunitions. I'm not talking new weapons or even new weapons from its supplier. Pakistani army is about 70% supplied with Chinese weapons and munitions. So it will need immediately the spares and the munitions, artillery shells, etc., in case the war, escalates. So Pakistan, in all logic or in some logic, would have informed China that something like this, something is going to happen. We may soon need you to ramp up our supplies. And by the way, I think only yesterday we are hearing that some Chinese, manufacturers, defense, are speeding up their deliveries to Pakistan. So that would be one. So
Hmm.
China could have known previously, without doubt, I would think. Secondly, Pakistan can now go back to China and say, look here, I've done your dirty work for you. I've delivered an economic hit to India. This is not merely a terror hit to spread terror and fear and to divide India amongst our Hindus and Muslims. It is also an economic hit on India. Reason being, the Trump tariffs are forcing American companies to relocate from China immediately. Some of them, if not many of them, will do. And if they have to relocate immediately, they're looking for alternatives. Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, India. India is a strong candidate. So if war clouds are in India, so boardrooms in New York or wherever, London, are not going to invest a few hundred millions in India. They'll say, okay, let's wait, or let's maybe go into Vietnam or Malaysia. So it's an economic hit on India, which does a favor to China also. And in that other scheme of things with our narrative with Americans, it's that this economic hit by Pakistan is hurting the interests of America also, because
Right.
China is creating hurdles for India, and therefore the Trump scheme of rebalancing world trade, China is creating hurdles to that. So that's another narrative loop I think that we need to be discussing with America.
From what we've heard from the US so far, Trump, quote unquote, says, hope it ends very quickly. That's all he said so far. Indian NSA, in fact, dialed the US NSA and even the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, after the strikes. Uh, the American reaction so far has been muted. The only thing perhaps that they don't want is for this to escalate into a wider regional conflict. And that is something that you're right, they should be communicating to Pakistan. Do you think that communication will happen anytime soon? How are you reading the American reaction so far?
I would think that that communication must have happened. So happened already, must be happening as we speak, or even before this, right? It must be happening. And I do agree with you. Yes, that the language which JD Vance has used and Trump has used. In fact, I've written a book on Trump, in which one chapter is on the language of Trump. But anyway, that aside, I think in some senses Trump is wanting to stay away also, giving us space. And that ties in with his earlier, if you recollect, stance with regards to Bangladesh. He said, oh, India will take care of that, right? Whatever is with Bangladesh. So, similarly, here, I think he's taking that approach right now. But down the machinery of the US administration, I think they're working and they are absolutely putting or having conversations with Pakistan not to escalate.
Right, not to escalate because then de-escalation is going to become a real problem, because the escalation metrics, if Pakistan climbs, it's going to find itself in a lot of problems, and of course there's going to be the regional instability that comes with it. So thank you so much for your time, Mr. Sachdeva. Thank you for that perspective. We will come back to you with more. Viewers, stay tuned to the Times of India.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.